Hello and welcome back everyone to City Skylines, and today we're going to be building a city that nobody can ever leave. Why? Because I want to know if the City Skylines Sims will actually put up with my ridiculousness. So how do we build a city that nobody can ever leave? Well, we have to get all of the traffic in the city and make sure it can only go in one direction, which does not ever go back into the same city. This is actually going to be quite easy on this map because there's 3 highways that kind of all merge here. So all we have to do is we have to ensure that each one never returns. And that's going to be really easy. All we have to do is grab some one-way roads like this. Bam. These people will go through the city, but then they will never have a chance to turn around. I don't believe so, at least, because even if they go this way, they can't turn around there. We'll delete this anyways, just to get rid of the added complexity of the interchanges, but it doesn't actually change anything. So the question is, how far can we push this, and will people actually put up with it? Can we do the equivalent of like a gas station except an entire city? And the nicest part is that there will be no traffic issues because, I mean, everything's in a row. Nobody stops. Although there will probably be traffic issues because nobody stops. But we will see. We will see what happens. A city where you can never return. I mean, unless outside of the map you were to turn around. But we're not considering that. We're only considering what we can see with our eyes. So let's go ahead and get some water to this little triangle here. Once again, perfect map for this. Very happy I chose this one. And let's grab water from this lake. Man, for being named after the lake is really far away from the starting point. Lake Valley. You mean lake all the way over there, Valley? It's like, it's nowhere to be seen. Nowhere to be seen. I mean, it is pretty large. Okay, so we'll pull water from there. We will also grab electricity from there. Normal things with a city. We just don't want it to die. Well, I mean, it's always entertaining when they do, but we're trying to be a good city. Another interesting issue is going to be that every single part of the city is going to need its own important services because obviously nobody's coming to save them from another part of the city. So it's going to be a pretty standard, I guess. One way that we can fit more people into each section, though, is actually pretty creative. Oh, people are building, which means that I think this is actually possible. For a minute, I thought that people may just not build their houses because that would be the total #rebel thing to do if they were not okay with what I'm doing. But it seems like they are okay with my terrible mayorship. Okay, let's go ahead and grab some water. Bring it across. There we are. And now we've got sewage. Okay. Will anyone actually move into the city? That's the question. The buildings are going up. Yeah, they actually are. Not only a few, too. Actually, we've got over 100 people now living in this city where you literally can't return. Very interesting. So, in order to give us more room to expand, because I know what you're saying, Spike, you're just forcing everyone onto this one road, and you're right, I am. What we can do is we can have one-way roads that split off of the main one-way road. No rule against that. And we can actually have them parallel to the highway. This is going to be a very parallel city. Bam, look at that. Now we can get so much more residential. All we have to do is this. And honestly, it'll probably help the traffic because we're splitting it in half so that it's not all in one place. Although, I mean, we're also increasing the population by a lot, so we're definitely actually making the traffic worse. But let's pretend that's not happening. Let's just pretend. Obviously, any services and stuff are going to have to be back here, so we're going to push this highway back. We're going to turn all this happy stuff into avenues so that we can put more services in. Each part of the city could be drastically different with this approach. We can make one focus on education, make one focus on, well, whatever, really. Oh, look at that. It's so efficient. How everyone's just going straight to where they need to go and then leaving. This is like the vacation city. You come, stay for a day, and then just leave, never to come back. Okay. It honestly seems to be working pretty well, other than like the massive lack of services. So let's go ahead and fix that massive lack of services. Bam. The services are actually going to have a tough time because, as you can expect, we have no way to actually return people. Which is a little bit of a problem for things like collecting the dead. I don't know how they're going to handle that in garbage trucks and stuff, but I think they'll just delete themselves. I honestly think they will just cease existing once they realize that they can't go anywhere, which would actually be fantastic. I'm curious though, is it going to give us trouble? No. It's actually, no, it's creating garbage trucks. It's actually sending them, oh, it's trying to send them out. That may be an issue. So it is trying to send them out, but it can't. So what we're gonna have to do is very sneaky indeed. But I know how I can convince the game to do this. What we're gonna do is we're gonna create a cheat, a single cheat for each one, except we're gonna ban every kind of car from going across it. Oh, here it is. If we don't allow any traffic to move through it, then I don't think... Are people really not listening? They're not listening. Wow, what kind of trash is this? What's the point of having oh, wait. Wait. No, people are using it. Cheaters. Cheaters, cheaters. Okay, so we can't do that. So we may have an issue. Also, these guys should probably have the residential coming into them afterwards. So let's redesign this. Okay, this is going to be a little painful, but we're going to cut off some of the highways and just not use them. I'm curious if this can be done. Okay, so to keep this as one continuous road. Okay, so that goes around like this, comes back this way, which means that this is going to have to, at some point, curve around here and come back. We'll just do it there. Okay, nice. So this is technically still all going in that one direction. Then we're gonna cut off this highway. And we're gonna do the exact same thing, because these guys need workers. All the workers are in the other cluster, so we have to bring them over. Okay, fantastic. So everything is in a row now, and the workers should be able to get to the jobs, which should help the businesses. And the businesses do seem to be happy. A lot of the complaints are going away. The garbage reserves are actually not empty, which gives me a tiny bit of hope, but I think that's because they jumped across there when that cheat was open. But the good news is that the city has 91% traffic flow, 93. Very impressive. I think that Biffa would be very proud of me. If only the city was actually functioning. So, like, it's not terrible. They are kind of working. It's like it's not as bad as you would expect it to be. Everything hasn't fallen apart yet, and actually a lot of the problems are going away as time goes on. Like, look at that. They're getting workers, they're getting supply. A lot of people aren't complaining anymore, and soon we'll actually be turning a profit if we keep it up. If we go ahead and zone some of this industrial, we will be getting enough tax money that I think everyone will be happy, and we will be making money. But the problem is going to be that trash service. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to handle the trash. And there's other problems, like when there's a fire, we need to be able to put it out on either side of the road, which means there needs to be a station. Oh wait, they should be able to switch lanes. Interesting. Actually, there's not that many problems. That's the funny thing. This is actually kind of working. You can never leave this city. It's physically impossible to leave. Yet I mean, you can never come back. You can never come back to this city, but it's still working. Now, the only issue is that the medical clinic and recycling center are complaining about police. But the police is never going to need the medical clinic, so we can put the medical clinic in front of that. And I don't think the recycling center will be needed by the police force anytime soon. So if we reorder those, I mean, these are the first things in the entire city, so they're kind of complainy. But after that, things get pretty smooth. And there's one more super powerful thing we can do with this. Because the city completely goes in one direction, we can actually make some really efficient toll systems. Like, really efficient. There's no way for people to avoid it. And so, sucking a little bit more money out of the pockets of our citizens, we can create a super toll system that cannot be avoided. You can never return to the city, but when you enter and exit, you're going to be paying. And I think that is a good thing, because it'll get us closer to our goal of the city being self-sustaining. Because this city literally needs to be self-sustaining. I mean, it can bring stuff in, but... well, I guess it doesn't need to be self-sustaining. That's the thing. We just steal material and then we just export things. The city doesn't deal with itself at all. Imagine that. You go in, meet your neighbors, and then leave, never to be seen again. Honestly, this is pretty fantastic. This may actually be the best way to build a city. And then all we have to do is just branch this off again. Why not? Okay, I'm pretty happy with how this is turning out. It's really just a pretty calm, pretty functional city. I don't really have any complaints. Nobody's even complaining about the trash or the dead bodies. It seems like the game just doesn't care. Wow, the population is actually getting really high, considering the situation. I don't know if the tolls are actually making money, but they're entertaining, so we're definitely going to keep them. And you know what? We can actually change the speed limits on the tolls. Oh my god! Oh my god, do you see how many people are coming in? Okay, let's just get rid of the speed limits on the tolls. Wow, look at all the money! Look at all the money! Oh my god. Look at all the traffic that's coming in. It's non-stop. Have I designed the perfect city? It creates immense amounts of wealth. It has pretty much no traffic issues. This is beautiful. Okay, one second. We have to go here and we have to change the toll thing. Automated tolls. There we go. What's Industry 4.0? I've never seen that one before. Huh. Neat. Okay, now they'll go faster through it. Oh my god. That was insane. The amount of people who were coming through the toll booth, that was definitely making a bit of money for the town. Wow. Guys, I think we've done it. Just parallel roads, never leave. This is the new super efficient city design that the government doesn't want you to know about. Your electric company will hate this. They don't want you to know about this brand new trick. Oh my god. I think I just actually did something amazing. I don't understand how this is working. Now, I know other YouTubers have done a one-road city before, but making it one way is just the next step. The next step in evolution. Like, look at this. The efficiency of this is insane. It's insane. I have no clue how this is working so well. It's really quite smart, too. Industry brings stuff to commercial, and then residential needs to go to commercial, and nothing else really needs to happen. This is completely self-sustaining. We're making money. Guys, it works. The city you can never return to. The city you stay in for a day and then can never come back is actually functional in City Skylines. This is absurd. This is absolutely absurd, but I guess it works. So I'm gonna call this a complete success. This was a 100% successful experiment. I would like to build an entire city based off of this. Maybe I will. Well, thank you all for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed. I'm really shocked that this worked so well, and I will see you all next time. Peace out. Huh.